I'm suing the defendant for irresponsible, unreasonable, pathological liars. Why would you allow an intoxicated person to
you're
take
not
a
He was not
questioning.
intoxicated.
She's money hungry, Your Honor. She's just
Well,
she's opportunist.
Sir,
Did I not
The
just
judge
say
is speaking.
stop it? How short is everyone's memory here?
You asked me to do you a favor.
Be
All right.
quiet. You tell me.
Whoa, wait. Do you two have a relationship?
We dated for about a hot second.
You quit lying.
Oh, we didn't date.
That's not true.
Plaintiff Charlotte Sullivan claims she was blindsided by the defendants, destroying her car and sending her to the emergency room. She's suing for $5,000. Defendants Jessica Damigo and Brandon Garner claim the accident was caused by another car, and they are just more victims of the same accident.
case number 76 on the docket, Sullivan versus Damigo and Gardner.
The plaintiff, Ms. Sullivan?
Yes.
You are suing the defendants, Ms. Damigo and Mr. Garner, in the amount of $5,000
That is correct.
for a car accident.
First of all, Your Honor, I'm here because I'm suing the defendants who are irresponsible, unreasonable, pathological liars, also known as Jessica and Brandon. I am suing for car expenses, medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering. Your Honor, I've provided you guys the diagram if you could pull it up.
Okay, which car are you?
In this diagram, I'm depicted as the gray sedan here. I was proceeding to the intersection of Van Ness, which is right here. Their lights were green at that time. Both of Mr. Gardner and my light were red. As we were proceeding the intersection, we never fully came to a complete stop. Kind of where that green car is was where I began to slow down. That's when El Camino Avenue's lights both turned green, and I proceeded to go straight. At that point, Mr. Gardner, who in this diagram is depicted as the white vehicle, was in the number 1 lane going westbound on El Camino, and just completely out of nowhere just veered into oncoming traffic heading eastbound on El Camino
Just for no
Avenue.
reason at all.
Okay, whoa, okay.
When I first started coming through the intersection, I was in the far right lane.
In the far right lane.
Yes, Your Honor. The vehicle that caused me to hit her.
Your story is you're coming across here on a green light,
White, yes, Your Honor.
and this blue car.
Blue Chevy. Blue Chevy
That's
turned out into me,
completely-
which sent me into
Ma'am,
oncoming traffic,
ma'am,
Your Honor. If I would have been at fault, they would have ticketed me, Your Honor. Why was I not issued a ticket?
Well, where's the report that you didn't get a ticket?
Your Honor, I
don't have a
the
ticket.
police report for this.
So the question is, you're saying you wound up in that lane because a blue car came and hit you. Do we have any pictures
I do.
of your car? Because according to your story, there would have had to be some damage to your car on the right side. Now, let me look at the report that was
Yes, Your Honor.
filed. What were the damages that occurred to you because of this crash?
Your Honor, it's there's a multitude of damages. I actually went from the scene in an ambulance to the Kaiser ER, where I reside, and I actually have a bill for that as well, for the ambulance ride that now
So
is
you
on.
have a deductible with the insurance?
No, this is actually, I didn't have insurance health insurance at the time, so they billed me, Your Honor. And unfortunately, because 30 days had already lapsed, they ended up tacking it onto my credit, Your Honor, and now it's a bill that's went to collections that I now owe for. It's over $2,000 for the ambulance ride. I was in the emergency room. I was actually out of work for a couple of months due to the pain that I've endured from this accident.
You were not working those
I
times?
was not working, Your Honor.
Okay, so medical bills, lost wages.
And in the police report, if you take consideration to the highlighted section of one of the witnesses who was also a victim in the incident, it's on the back
Right,
page.
I see that.
He specifically says in there that he acknowledged the fact that Mr. Gardner was highly intoxicated.
No one is saying you caused the accident.
Yes.
That is not at issue here. The only question here is whether or not there was another car that hit him, causing him to hit you. You are innocent of this. I just have to find out if he is the one responsible. There is in this report a witness that says the driver of the white SUV, your car, is over there. I think he smelled like alcohol. So one of the witnesses made this referenced you. Did you have your driver's license with you?
No, Your Honor, I didn't. I did not. It had been stolen out of my wallet prior to this. And if, you know, I'm sure if I smelled of alcohol, they would have brought that up, Your Honor.
Is the car insured?
No, the car's not. That's probably why she's going after me for the money.
Okay.
I mean, I can't
Honor,
afford
he
to pay
tried to
for her.
flee the
It's not
scene.
even my fault. Trying to flee the scene.
He got out of
They
his
sent me
vehicle
home
and threw a
walking.
white
Right.
substance into the
Ma'am,
bushes.
stop speaking. Do not speak back and forth with each other. Speak directly to the judge.
The car's not insured, and you're letting him drive without a license, an uninsured car?
I asked him to go get a money order to pay rent for me.
Why would you allow an intoxicated
Okay,
person
you're
to take
not
a
He
vehicle?
was not
questioning.
intoxicated.
She's money hungry, Your Honor. She's just
Well,
she's opportunist.
Sir,
Did I
The
not
judge
just
is
say
speaking
stop it?
now.
How short is everyone's memory here? What I want to know is why there is no report about a car, not even from the witnesses, that one of them would have said, who saw the whole accident, would have said your car was hit by a car pushing it into the lane. Why is there no report of that?
There was another individual in one of the cars that was there, seen the whole thing. He said that he was going to
He's
tell
not
me.
in the report.
It may be in the 4 pages it's missing, Your Honor.
Why don't you have the report?
Your Honor, they said I was told you had a copy of it.
Oh, come on. You're coming to court, you're being sued for a lot of money, and you're telling me you don't bring documents which
I wasn't ticketed.
It would
I
show
had no
your
reason.
your
I had-
innocence,
I had no
and
reason.
you come before me, and I have to determine who's telling the truth here, and you're not bringing me any evidence other than you showed me a diagram of your story of what happened.
Your Honor,
you didn't even show me a picture of your car.
Your Honor, is there anything in the report that says I was at fault?
If another car hits you, causing you to go into oncoming traffic and a multiple car crash, clearly that would have been in the report. That is what would make you innocent. But you didn't bring me any of that evidence, which makes me think, wow.
Your Honor,
You got up this morning or yesterday to come here. Wouldn't you say, let me see, I got my wallet, my keys. Oh, yes, I need the report that shows that another car hit me.
I was so upset when this happened, Your Honor. They left me. They told me I was free to go.
That's not the issue. I need
I didn't take
some
pictures.
evidence that your car was hit. I find for the plaintiff in the sum of $5,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
She's just money hungry. She just out to get. She got what she wanted. She got what
I
she
sure
wanted.
did. The sweet smell of victory.
Yeah,
I won.
Harassing ass.
Yeah, he's an intoxicated
She's a-
person,
she
even
was
though her husband
intoxicated.
just
What
passed
the guy
away
did-
prior to
What
because
does that have to
somebody
do with
hit
it?
him because they were intoxicated. Yeah.
Didn't they
Why
take
would
him
you
to
allow?
jail?
Why would you allow a man that's under the influence to get
He
into a
wasn't
vehicle
under
and
the
drive when you
influence.
just yourself went through that same exact pain losing your husband? Because you don't
better get
care.
out of here.
But it's all right because I won and I got what I wanted.
Yep.
Plaintiff Eddicia Elijah says her former dance partner helped himself to a free cruise at her expense. She's suing for $2,040. Defendant Don Lee says he was doing the plaintiff a favor by filling in at the last minute, so he doesn't owe her anything.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Case number 30 on the docket, Elijah versus Lee.
We have the plaintiff, Miss Elijah,
Yes.
and you are suing the defendant, Mr. Lee, in the amount of $2,040 for airfare and cruise reimbursement.
Well, Your Honor, I am a professional ballroom dancer.
A ballroom dancer.
Yes.
Yes.
I've been knowing Don for about 14 years.
Yes.
I met Don at a club.
Yes.
And we started dancing together. We did a couple competitions together. So Don has been to my wedding. He has been like a brother to me. He has a relationship with my son.
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He said, why not sue him?
Sounds right.
Yeah.
But my brother had really disappointed me
Oh,
and kind of hurt me
how?
financially. My husband and I have been teaching on a cruise for past 13 years.
Oh, okay, so he's a dancer too?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you guys teach on a cruise. That's a
Yes.
regular stint you have.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we teach all over the world. Unfortunately, he took ill last year.
Yes.
And I needed a partner because I already had paid for his fare. How it works is that I'm on staff and my cruise is free, but my husband, he's just assists, but he has to pay his half for the cruise. And I could have chose 2 other people, but I chose Stepping Don.
Yes.
Like a brother.
Yes.
And I've always did things to kind of support one another.
Sure.
I called Don and I asked him, I said, look, Sam is sick. I got 2 weeks before we go on this cruise. Would you be interested in going on the cruise? I said, and if so, you can make payments when you get back, because right now, I know you don't have the funds to pay up front. I said, are you willing to work with me with that?
You told him ahead of time you had to make payments?
Yeah. Well, I asked him, would he be willing to make payments when he come back
What would he make payments for?
on the cruise, because he's got to pay that money back to me. He said he'd be willing to pay. He can make payments after we get back. So we agreed to that verbally. I trusted his word. So I said, well, let me see about your flight arrangements, because you have to fly in. I couldn't exchange my husband's ticket to his name, so we had to get a new flight. So I called Don and said, look, we have to get a new flight. I'll be willing to put on my credit card, but you got to pay me back when we come back and put it in the payment arrangement.
Just, and this may be an innocent question, but what's in it for him?
His compensation was that he got a cruise pretty much for half the price that he would originally have paid for. The cruise actually cost $2,700. So he had to pay $1,329. And I have the receipt here, Your Honor, to show you
Okay.
what was paid.
Okay?
Okay, so in the event of that, well, as far as the airline tickets, when we agreed about the airline tickets, I told him how much it was. He said, okay, we can do that. Go ahead and purchase the ticket for me. I said, okay, fine.
I never said that.
Yes,
Okay,
you did.
I'm gonna get, okay, don't yell at your brother. Yeah, go ahead.
Not my brother no more. Nevertheless, here's the receipt for the airline ticket I purchased for Don. I even sent him a copy of the receipt. I said, this is what the price is for the ticket. Are you willing to pay for that? So he
Oh,
said yes.
yeah.
So I went on to purchase a ticket with my airline, my American
Okay.
Express card.
And you
Okay.
both went?
We went on the cruise. Now, prior to the cruise, there's always a night we stay at the island before we take off on the cruise.
Right.
Okay? So I went on and charged the hotel to my card, and I said, you can add this to the bill, and we'll split that in half, okay? The hotel cost was $170 plus tax,
Okay?
okay?
All right, I get where you're going so far. And now I want to hear your response to what's been said so far.
Most of everything she said was lies.
What?
What do you mean?
I cannot
First of all,
believe.
she called me
Yes.
before the cruise actually even took off, 4 or 5 days before the cruise. Not
4
no
or
2
5
weeks.
days before the cruise.
Not no 2 weeks.
That's
Okay,
not
she
true.
called you.
That's not true. I have
She said,
proof.
Don,
Okay.
I need a favor.
Yes.
Sam is taken ill. I need you to do me a favor and take his place, teaching on the ship.
Yes.
Would you do it? I said, okay. We're friends. Put my name on the documents.
So obviously you accepted.
Right.
All right.
But there was no mention of paying any monies.
You're saying she never said to you, you're going to have to pay for
No,
your
of course
share of
no.
the trip.
No.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Well, we don't have any written contract between the two of you.
No, I trusted Don's word as a brother. I had emailed him, I texted him.
What did he agree to before he went on the cruise?
Yes.
The cruise,
nothing.
the airfare, and the hotel.
Do you have proof of that?
Good afternoon, Dee. We never reached an agreement about the numbers. I'm willing to compromise and come up to $1,000.
He was willing to come up with $1,000. I said, Don, I can't accept $1,000. We can make a payment. And $1,000, the cruise alone was $1,329. I don't have that kind of money to just be flaunting out.
So you're willing to come up to $1,000, but you're saying you never had an agreement.
We never had an agreement.
All right, so I still don't have evidence that you guys agreed before he took the cruise. I know you want money from him after, when it was back. You said, hey, I want to be compensated for this. I get that. But there wasn't an agreement ahead of time.
He's supposed to be a man of his word, and as a friend, as like a sister, I trusted him and believed in him that he was going to pay me back.
All right.
Because that's what he said.
He asked me to do you a favor.
Be
All right.
quiet. You tell me.
Whoa, wait.
It's
Okay.
upsetting
Okay.
to me.
Like that.
I know
because
it's upsetting.
Here's a picture of Don. We were in the casino every week. He was won money to go on the cruise. He won money on the cruise, and he couldn't even pay me back.
Did
And
you
now-
pay money for this shirt?
Yes, I did.
Now,
All right,
he
you
won
are
money.
flaunting money here.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so why
That's
can't you
on my
pay me
bed.
back?
All right, okay. Do you two have a relationship?
Not no more. Not as friends or brothers.
We dated for about a hot second.
You just quit lying.
Oh, we didn't date.
No,
What do you,
that's not true.
it's not true.
No, that's not true.
All right. When you come into a court, particularly when money is involved, and you say that someone agreed to pay you money before the event, the only way a court can make a judgment is if the court sees proof of that. That's why throughout the law in a courtroom, we are required to offer proof. You weren't losing money on this because you had already purchased the ticket for your husband. So he was a replacement. So it would be nice if you could get some money from him, but it's not like you've been damaged. It's not like you've been hurt. And in fact, he appeared, because you were giving dancing lessons on the cruise, it appeared that he was helping you out because you needed a dance partner. So what I do believe you're entitled to, I am going to give you the money for the plane fare because you bought him a ticket to go. For how much was the plane ticket?
$540.
How much? $540. So I
Can I
find for
say
the
something,
plane ticket the
Judge?
sum of $540.
You took money from me, which was wrong, and you know you're supposed to pay. And it's not fair for you to just think you can get off like this. You're an opportunist, and I don't want to ever see you in any of my classes, my dances. It's not right what you did.
I'm not taking any
Didn't
money
even say
from you.
apology. No apology, no
I'm not taking
nothing.
any money from you. I don't owe you any money.
Yes, you do. And you know you do.